Hello Year 1, I hope that everyone had a lovely weekend. Today we will be finishing the story of Tom and the Island of Dinosaurs and discussing our favourite parts of the story. Before we start our learning, please can you write the long date, Monday the 6th of July 2020, and the LI to discuss my favourite part of a story. For today's lesson you will need your workbook, a purple pen or pencil for your corrections and your pencil. There once was a boy called Tom who lived with his grandfather in an old lighthouse at the edge of the sea. Between them, Tom and his grandfather took care of the lighthouse. On stormy days and moonless nights they would light the lamp to show passing ships where the rocks were. On sunny days they would go fishing together, and Tom's grandfather would tell him wonderful stories of faraway lands and sea monsters. Tom loved his grandfather and the lighthouse very much, but sometimes he longed to sail the wide grey seas in search of adventure. One day Tom saw something glinting among the wet pebbles on the seashore. It was an old bottle, chipped and covered with seaweed, with a message inside. "Help! I'm shipwrecked on a faraway island. There are dinosaurs here and a smoking volcano. Please come before it's too late. Help! Thank you, from Katie." Tom rushed home with the message. "Oh, poor girl," said his father. "She's in terrible trouble." He looked worried. "But what can we do? We can't leave the lighthouse. If a storm blows up, we'll have to light the lamp." "Don't worry, grandfather," said Tom. "I'll rescue her." Tom raced down the stairs to fetch the special emergency box. He pushed and pulled and heaved it up the narrow steps to the balcony. He pulled the ripcord. With a rush of wind, the sides of the box collapsed and an enormous rescue balloon filled with air. Tom jumped into the basket. His grandfather gave him a snack for the journey and wished him luck. "Be careful," he said as he let the tether go. Tom's balloon soared into the sky. As night fell, he drifted across cold seas and sleeping towns. He flew past snow-covered mountains, across wild, dark green forests, through rainstorms and over waterfalls. At times the balloon dipped down to touch the waves. Later it drifted across a great city at dawn, and then, as the sun rose, flew on far, far away. At last Tom could see the island below him. A ship lay wrecked on the rocks, but there was no sign of Katie or the dinosaurs. Great belches of smoke and fire rose from the volcano. He let the balloon drift down through the swirling smoke and fixed the anchor to a tree. He climbed down and began to look for Katie. Just then he heard someone calling him. It was Katie. She was perched high up in a tree. "Quick!" Tom shouted. "We've got to get out of here. The volcano is about to erupt." "We can't go yet," said Katie. "Come and look at this." "Those are the last dinosaurs in the whole world," said Katie. "If we leave them here, they will be killed when the volcano erupts. We've got to save them." "But how?" asked Tom. "Those dinosaurs are too big for my balloon." Luckily, Katie had a plan. First, they collected armfuls of enormous flowers. Katie knew that the dinosaurs loved to eat the flowers. Then they made huge nets from the rigging on Katie's wrecked ship. Tom hung them from his basket of his balloon. All the time the explosions from the volcano got louder and louder. They laid a trail of flowers for the dinosaurs to follow. At the water's edge, Katie clambered up into the balloon's basket and threw handfuls of flowers onto the water. The dinosaurs followed, swimming. The plan had worked. The seas turned black around them and hot rocks hissed down as the volcano erupted. They had got away in the nick of time. Just as the smallest dinosaur was getting too tired to swim, they reached a beautiful island. Then it was time for Tom and Katie to start the long journey home. They said goodbye to the dinosaurs and set off in the red balloon. But the journey home was not easy. Winds howled round the basket. Rain lashed over them. The moon vanished. There was nothing but icy blackness. Just as Tom thought he would never see his grandfather again, a bright light pierced the swirling black clouds. "It's the lighthouse," he cried. As they flew closer, Tom could see his grandfather on the balcony, watching out for him to come home. Safe at last and wrapped in blankets, Tom and Katie drank hot cocoa in front of the fire. Grandfather listened as they told him the wonderful story of the shipwreck, the volcano, and rescuing the last dinosaurs. So, now that we have finished reading the story, did you like reading Tom and the Island of Dinosaurs, and why? You can use these sentence starters. I liked reading Tom and the Island of Dinosaurs because, or I did not like reading Tom and the Island of Dinosaurs because. You talk to your adult. And what was your favourite part of the story and why? Talk to your adult. You can say my favourite part of the story was as your sentence starter. If you are in Mrs. Coker and Miss Thurley's phonics group, can you draw a picture of your favourite part of the story and label it or write a short sentence? For example, I liked Tom or I liked the dinosaur. Your extension, please could you try to use the sentence starter, my favourite part of the story? Miss Morgan, Miss Zadie and Mrs. Meta's phonics group, what was your favourite part of the story? And did you like reading Tom and the Island of Dinosaurs? These are your sentence starters. And remember to use the word because to explain why. Please remember to send your work to the Year 1 email address so that we can see what you've been doing at home. There will be no videos for learning tomorrow as it is sports day. I hope you have a great day.